So folks, we're finally back here in Camodo Racing League, and today we're doing the much requested RC Cars versus Diecast. So if we look at the rules here, we're going to run 4 heats, and we're going to use the same 6 diecast versus 1 RC car. So there's going to be 4 different RC cars competing here. And we're going to take the top 2 RC car finishers from the heats, and we're going to stick them in the main event. And then we're going to run 6 diecasts versus those 2 RC cars. So who do you think is going to win here? Are you team RC? Are you team diecast? So here's a look at the Camodo Racing League map. There is 6 turns of madness, and here are your diecast cars. So it's going to be the same 6 cars in random orders, and the RC is going to be stacked up behind them. Now, if you're going to ask why the RC is behind them, obviously the RC car is faster, so we've got to make it a challenge here. Which, speaking of, we're here for the first heat. And folks, we have the always awesome Nissan GTR. That is going to be the RC car for the first heat. So yeah, be sure to hit that thumbs up button for some more Camodo Racing League. And here we go. 3, 2, 1, and they're off. And as you can see, the RC car is pushing the diecast cars out of the way, and it's going to scoot by on the outside. Oh, is this going to be really this easy? And oh my goodness, clean over the line. Actually, the diecast car behind it did catch, and oh, I think there is total chaos happening in the background. Let's go ahead and look at a replay here. So this is something we noticed in testing. The RC cars will actually push the row of diecast cars they're in out to an early lead. Doesn't really seem to matter once we get further down. The diecast typically catch back up, but man, that Nissan GTR was booking it around smooth over the jump. But let's not discredit the diecast car. I believe that's a McLaren Senna. Actually caught up to the RC car, almost passed it there at the end. But pretty sure that Nissan GTR is going to make it to the main event. So yeah, we're ready for the second race here. So yeah, we have a muscle RC car that is ready to go. See if it can repeat what the Nissan GTR did. And 3, 2, 1, and they're off. And as you can see, it pushes out the diecast, but it doesn't immediately pass them here. And here we go over the jump, and oh, we've got trouble, and the RC car has flipped. The diecast cars are going to win this round. Oh my goodness, it was looking like it was going to be a repeat of the first race, and as you can see, the RC car was on it, but it went over the jump wrong, and it crashed, and holy man, that was cool, and that was really close. The RC cars are looking really strong here today, but I can probably guarantee you that that muscle car is not going to make it to the main event. So we're ready for heat number 3, and it is going to be the always fan favorite Tesla Cybertruck RC car versus the diecast. And folks, we are ready to go. 2, 1, and they're off. So here we go down the first hill. Diecast cars are looking pretty strong, but the Cybertruck's going to try to overtake them. And oh no, I believe it has crashed. It is upside down. And folks, after a very, very strong first race, the RC cars are having problems getting by those diecast cars. Let's go ahead and look at a replay. You know, I want to say that was morely up to the Tesla Cybertruck being a little top heavy, and when it came off the corner, it definitely flipped over. Now keep in mind, for our last video, the Cybertruck was one of the top RC cars that we were running. And yeah, I think pretty much every diecast passed it as it was on its lid in the final corner. So that's going to bring us to our final heat here. And for the final heat, we have a Corvette C8. This is probably one of my personal favorite RC cars that we have. And it is stacked up and ready to go. 2, 1, and they're off. So the C8 pushes the RC cars down. And oh my goodness, that was such a clean looking overtake. Can it make it down to the finish? And oh man, the C8 made it look easy. Got a ton of air there at the end too. Let's go ahead and look at the replay there. And folks, that might have been the cleanest pass that we've had here. And definitely the C8 is going to make it to the main event. And also, look at the amount of air it got over the finish. Basically cleared everything. I think it even cleared the hay bales in the back. Might need to make that landing a little bit longer for these RC cars. So this is going to bring us to our main event. This is where you guys need to decide. Do you think the RC cars are going to bring it home? They have 2 versus 6 diecast cars. Or are you still on team diecast here? So yeah, we're going to line up the GTR and the Corvette side by side in the 3rd row. And they are ready to go here for the main event. And they're off. And it's pushing 2 rows down, and oh my goodness, it's total chaos, but the diecast cars are looking strong. Definitely throwing some blocks here, and here we go over the jump, and oh, there is trouble, and oh, that was so close. Folks, the diecast cars have come out on top, and we're gonna have to really break that down on the replay. I thought the RC cars had it there. So as you can see, the diecast cars pretty much blocked all the lanes coming down, but the C8 was definitely powering through. So was the GTR. They were really close together going down the hill, and it looked like the GTR was maybe going to be able to make a move for the lead, but it went way too high over the jump and launched itself into the corner and crashed. But look at the C8 here. The C8 had an epic run. It just wasn't enough to actually get by the diecast cars. Folks, I'm actually really surprised there. I really thought the RC cars were going to have the upper hand. But nonetheless, here is victory lane. We have the GTR is your diecast winner, and we went ahead and threw the C8 in there just to show you who the top RC car was. But folks, if you have any more ideas surrounding RC cars and diecast cars, comment down below what you want to see. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.